This generational nightmare started in the hills above the Pacific Palisades, the fire sweeping a community off of the map in just hours. Now investigators are zeroing in on the origin of this fire, identifying an outcropping in a rocky piece of terrain.
The raging fire, like a sharp blade, tore through the night and sowed terror upon Pacific Palisades. It danced on rooftops, roared in gardens, and devoured everything in its path. No one could escape its encirclement, not even wealthy and famous Hollywood actors. In just a few hours, million-dollar mansions, places containing countless memories and dreams, turned into ashes. Celebrities, who once lived in the limelight and luxury, could now only watch everything vanish in the sea of flames. In that inferno, everyone was equal before the destruction of nature. The 15 names mentioned below are those who once stood at the peak of fame, now facing an irreparable loss. 1. LeBron James. LeBron James, a basketball superstar with resounding fame and a massive fortune, owns a magnificent villa in the upscale Brentwood area of Los Angeles. This multi-million-dollar property is not just a house, but also a symbol of his success and class. With a blend of modern and classic architecture, the villa stands out with large glass walls, an infinity pool overlooking the entire city, a private tennis court, a fine wine cellar, and a home theater. This is where LeBron and his family enjoy private life, host lavish parties, and relax after stressful seasons. On that fateful afternoon, LeBron was playing basketball with his children on the home court. Laughter echoed throughout the garden. Golden sunlight stretched across the lush green lawns. A peaceful and warm atmosphere enveloped the entire villa. LeBron felt happy to spend time with his family, temporarily putting aside the pressures of his career. Suddenly, a pungent smell of burning filled his nostrils. Looking up at the sky, LeBron saw black smoke billowing across a corner of the sky. The fire, fanned by strong winds, spread quickly from the surrounding dry forests, forming a giant wall of fire. LeBron quickly got his family into the car, trying to take some important personal belongings. Looking back at the villa, the fire had engulfed it, the glass walls shattered, black smoke covered everything. After more than 12 hours of nonstop fighting, the firefighters finally brought the fire under control, but the estimated damage had reached $20 million. However, for LeBron, the material value could not be compared to the pain of loss he was suffering. Standing in front of the ashes, he was silent, as if all his life's efforts had vanished in the smoke. The laughter, dreams, and happiness that once belonged to the villa were now just distant memories. 2. Kamala Harris and Doug Emhoff. Vice President Kamala Harris and her husband, attorney Doug Emhoff, once owned a luxurious $25 million mansion in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles. The mansion was designed in a modern style with large glass windows, a lush green garden filled with trees, and a spacious pool nestled in the courtyard. The home also featured a private library, a state-of-the-art gym, and an outdoor entertainment area where they often hosted intimate family gatherings. Every morning, Kamala enjoyed sipping coffee on the balcony, watching the sunrise illuminate the city, and savoring the tranquility after long, stressful workdays. But that peace was soon shattered when a massive fire, fueled by the fierce Santa Ana winds, swept through the nearby forests. The ferocious flames quickly spread, sending thick black smoke columns billowing into the sky. Alarms blared across the area, and the fiery glow reflected ominously on the surrounding buildings. Kamala and Doug were forced to evacuate urgently, taking only a few essential belongings. As they turned back for one last look, the flames had engulfed the mansion, leaving behind collapsed walls, a caved-in roof, and everything reduced to ashes. Standing before the ruins of a home that once held so many cherished memories, Kamala tearfully shared, "This house wasn't just a place to live, it was where we built a life, a home." The loss extended beyond material value. It was the disappearance of dreams and joyful moments that had once thrived within those walls. 3. Mandy Moore. Mandy Moore, the talented actress with a radiant smile and a sweet voice, had built a cozy nest in the peaceful suburb of Altadena, Los Angeles. The house boasted charming Spanish-style architecture, with pristine white walls, bright red tile roofs, and lush green gardens surrounding it. Purchased in 2017, the house was where Mandy, her husband, and their pets enjoyed a tranquil life, away from the hustle and bustle of Hollywood. Inside, the interior was tastefully designed with warm tones, classic furniture, and family photos filling the space. In particular, the garden with its swimming pool and rows of fruit trees was Mandy's favorite spot, where she often spent time relaxing and playing with her children. One autumn afternoon, the crisp air and soft golden sunlight enveloped Altadena. Mandy was playing with her son in the garden, their laughter echoing through the air. Her dogs lay sprawled under the shade of the trees, enjoying the peaceful moments. Mandy felt happy and grateful for the beautiful life she had. But that tranquility was not to last. From afar, plumes of black smoke began to appear, signaling an impending disaster. The piercing sound of fire alarms rang out, shattering the quiet atmosphere. The fire spread rapidly from the dry forests, fanned by strong winds, creating a raging inferno. Mandy received an urgent evacuation order. She hurriedly bundled her son and dogs into the car, trying to grab a few important personal belongings. Looking back at the house, she saw flames engulfing it, the white walls gradually turning black, the red roof tiles crumbling. A scene of devastation unfolded before Mandy's eyes. The memories, the happy moments she had cultivated there, seemed to be vanishing with the flames. After the fire, Mandy shared, "My beloved home is now just a pile of ashes. I feel shocked and heartbroken by this destruction and loss. My children's school is also gone. Many friends and loved ones have also lost everything." Despite this, Mandy remained optimistic and hopeful for a better future. She believes that although the material loss is immense, the spiritual values and family bonds will endure. 4. Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis, an icon of horror films and one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses, owns a sprawling, rustic-style ranch in the Santa Monica Mountains, Los Angeles. This property, spanning dozens of acres, is not just a house, but a peaceful retreat where Jamie and her family enjoy a life close to nature. The main house, built in traditional farmhouse style, features cozy wooden walls, stone fireplaces, and large windows overlooking the rolling green hills. One weekend afternoon, Jamie was enjoying the fresh country air. She sat on a porch swing in front of the house, watching her horses graze in the meadow. The setting sun bathed the hills in golden light, creating a serene and tranquil scene. The chirping of birds and the gentle breeze rustling through the trees created a soothing melody. Jamie closed her eyes, savoring these rare moments of relaxation. Suddenly, the piercing sound of fire alarms rang out, shattering the quiet atmosphere. The fire, fueled by the Santa Ana winds, spread rapidly like a monstrous beast, devouring everything in its path. Jamie received an urgent evacuation order. She hurriedly gathered her family and pets, trying to take a few important belongings. Looking back at the ranch, she saw flames engulfing it, the wooden walls burning fiercely, the green trees turning into blackened pillars. Standing at a distance, Jamie couldn't believe her eyes. The ranch, where she had invested so much heart and soul, was now just a sea of fire. The memories, the happy moments with her family, seemed to be dissipating with the smoke. Despite the pain and loss, Jamie remained optimistic and grateful that her family and pets were safe. She believes that after the storm comes the sun, and life will go on. 5. James Woods. James Woods, the veteran actor with a brilliant career and 2 Oscar nominations, owned a cozy Mediterranean-style villa in Pacific Palisades, Los Angeles. The house, which he had purchased many years ago, was located on a hill overlooking the vast Pacific Ocean, offering stunning views and absolute privacy. With its white walls, bright red tile roof, spacious verandas, and lush green garden, the villa was where James found peace after stressful working days. Inside, the interior was tastefully decorated with antiques, works of art, and a library filled with valuable books. On a beautiful day, James was sipping a cup of coffee on the veranda, reading the newspaper and enjoying the cool sea breeze. The sound of waves lapping and birds chirping created a peaceful melody. The morning sun shone down on the garden, highlighting the vibrant flowers. Everything created a tranquil and poetic scene. James felt relaxed and content with his life. The tranquility was quickly shattered by thick columns of black smoke rising from afar. The resounding sound of fire alarms echoed through the space, completely breaking the initial serenity. The raging fire, fanned by the Santa Ana winds, spread rapidly like a wild beast, sweeping away everything in its path. James received an urgent evacuation order, hurriedly gathering a few important personal belongings, family photos, and precious mementos from his career. Turning back, he saw the house engulfed in flames. The white walls were covered in darkness, the red roof tiles collapsed, revealing a heartbreaking scene of devastation before James's eyes. James could not hide his shock and pain. The house, where he had lived for many years, was now just a pile of ashes. James said with tears in his eyes, "I can't believe our lovely little house on the hill is gone. It feels like losing a loved one." Although the loss was immense, James remained strong and grateful that he and his family were safe. 6. Jason Statham. Jason Statham, the superstar of the Fast and Furious franchise, is not only a leading action actor but also an icon of success and prosperity. With an estimated net worth of around $80 million, he owns numerous luxurious properties, most notably a $20 million beachfront villa in Malibu. Known as the Black House, this 3,909-square-foot villa is located in the exclusive Malibu colony, home to many of Hollywood's top stars. The house is designed with 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and a range of modern amenities such as custom sound and lighting systems and advanced security. On one fateful morning, Jason Statham and his girlfriend were enjoying relaxing moments at the beachfront villa. The peaceful scenery with the soothing sound of the ocean seemed like the ideal place to relieve work pressure. However, the situation changed abruptly when he received an urgent notification from the fire department. A wildfire was spreading rapidly, and his villa was directly in the path of the flames. Jason acted immediately. "We have to get out of here right now," he exclaimed as he saw black smoke covering the horizon. They both quickly packed their belongings, taking the most valuable items. But nothing could have prepared them for the horrific scene as the raging fire swept through the villa. The modern glass walls, the outdoor patio area, and the valuable wine cellar were instantly consumed by the flames. Jason helplessly watched from a distance, following the raging fire devouring everything. The modern sound and lighting systems, along with all the luxurious furniture, all turned to ashes. Priceless memorabilia from blockbuster movies and advertising contracts, commemorative photos, all were beyond saving. The $20 million villa was now just a ruin, with estimated damage exceeding $14 million. Although firefighters worked for hours to extinguish the fire, it was too late. Jason Statham, who had never flinched at any challenge on screen, now stood silently, watching the last wisps of smoke rise from the ruins of his house. "I've lost everything," he said, his voice low and full of pain. But above all, he still felt fortunate that his and his girlfriend's lives were safe. 7. Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton, the American actress, businesswoman, and socialite, faced a devastating loss when her multi-million-dollar mansion was destroyed in a devastating wildfire in Los Angeles. The mansion, located in the prestigious Bel Air neighborhood, was a modern architectural masterpiece designed by John Lautner, with breathtaking views of the city and the ocean. One peaceful evening, while Paris was enjoying a dinner party with friends, a raging wildfire broke out nearby. The fire quickly spread, threatening her mansion. Paris and her guests had to evacuate urgently, leaving behind precious mementos and luxurious furnishings. Despite the immense loss, Paris showed resilience and determination. She pledged to rebuild her mansion, turning it into a symbol of recovery and hope.